Hi, my name is Terry Rose, and I have to tell you, my fears have come upon me. I did a video talking about my near-death experience, and the only reason I did that is because I have had requests over the years to talk about it, and people had asked me about making a video, and finally when someone sent me some messages after seeing some of my other videos or my website or something, and seeing someplace that I had one ask me to do one, and then I got questions back from that, so I was responding in a video about that, and here it goes. It just kind of takes off, and you know, I'm just getting different. I've gotten different comments about things that I didn't even talk about, that I wasn't even saying, didn't believe, and it kind of has gone back to the reason that I went for years. My near-death experience was in the 70s, and it's never left my mind, but I stopped talking about it. I did that very quickly because of the response and the things that happened immediately with it, and it's just sacred. It's something that changed my life, and you know, you can't explain it to people. There's a lot of people that think that they have the answers, and because they are involved with a certain church or religion, and they believe that that's right, they think that everyone should think that way, and they get upset when someone doesn't. So, you know, I'm getting a little bit of that, and I'm really sorry for that. But, you know, that my whole message from that car wreck was to love people unconditionally and to seek truth and knowledge. And I question everything. You know, I don't care what it is. I took that to heart. There's just too many things that we have been taught to believe, that, you know, it's discovered later that it's really not the way that it is. And that's what that video was about that I was mentioning. So, you know, one of the comments, this was somebody that said, what troubles me is that you actually think it's some kind of mystical energy that is called the law of attraction. This, I think, is a grave mistake. You know, if I mention the law of attraction, the law of attraction is a name. It was just dubbed the law of attraction by somebody years and years ago. I've heard it referred to as the law of attraction for a long time, but there is actually no law of attraction. If you want to talk about it, it's more of a principle. But there is something, you know, there is something to this quantum field. We know now that this field of energy exists. And on my website, Piece of Success, I've been showing this for years, what I can do with a couple of strawberries by thinking thoughts and projecting fear thoughts and love thoughts into water with the idea and the intention of, you know, using the love energy would maintain freshness with this one strawberry, while the other one with the fear energy actually deteriorates it. And it works. It's worked for me for way over 10 years. I've probably been doing this, and it works for me every time. When I get to that place, I have to get to a place where I'm feeling energy. I'm actually feeling something physically in my heart. And I have those pictures and how I do that. It's on my website. You can go and sign up for my newsletter if you would like to see what that's all about. And I've talked about it in a lot of other videos too. You know, that's my reality. I know that there's something to it, and so I played around with goals, and whether it's money or it's a house or it's a car or selling something or bringing help into my life for something that I needed. It's not a thought that you think. It's not a whimsical thing that just happens in a flash. It's really about using your thoughts and creating a certain kind of energy. And when I get to a certain point, I know when I am there. And sometimes I have to work for a long time to get there. And sometimes it's instantaneous. But I know what it feels like when I get to that place where my emotions and my energy is lined up with my goal and my intention for it. And amazing things happen. And they have happened for years and years with me. So nobody can tell me that there's not something to that. In my heart, I absolutely know. In my heart, you know, that's what I believe. There is something. I can impact this energy. There is something spiritual that responds to me. And when I talk about spiritual, if mystical means spiritual to me, then yeah, it's interchangeable. Everybody has their own connotation of what different words mean. And you know, to me, mystical means spiritual. It's not something physical. Something spiritual is something that I don't see. You know, it can be the soul of a person maybe some people think of it as the consciousness. Maybe some people think of it as God. It's, this quantum field is being called the mind of God by some people. It's a lot of names. It's called the matrix. It's named a lot of things, but there is something there that responds. And I have stories that I have never shared with people. They're profound to me. Things that I've been able to do by getting a clear intention and in faith, knowing that this is whatever it is, will show up in my life. So, and it does. It's just incredible. So, all I want to do is take my experience, and if talking about it at all can help anybody, then that's fine. I thought I'd be really upset when people start, because I knew I was going to get that certain people that had their own beliefs, that they think everyone should believe like that, I knew that I would start getting that response, and I was that's why I was real hesitant, but, it really doesn't matter to me anymore. We all have our experiences, and we come from whatever our past experiences are, whatever we've been taught, whatever's been downloaded to us as children to believe. This is what culminates all our lives, and then we react to certain situations according to that. So I accept everybody where they are, and the one thing I learned from my wreck is that I am determined to love everyone. It's not always easy, and it doesn't always come to me automatically, but that's what I work at every single day. And I don't want to get into a place of defending myself. If somebody doesn't believe my experiences, that's fine. If they don't think the way that I do about things, that's fine. But there are an awful lot of people out there these days that are realizing that there is something to this, and whether you want to, everybody can use it in their own way, whatever their God is or whatever religion means to them. If we all just have love in our hearts and stay open to that and accept that guidance that comes through us, we don't need to argue about things. There really is a voice that speaks to all of us, and we're not hurting. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, my beliefs don't hurt anyone. I'm open to things. If somebody wants to talk to me about what they believe in a way that it's a dialogue, I love conversations about things, or just thinking about different things. My beliefs change all the time. So I'm open to anything. And I know that I don't have the answers. And some people feel that they do have the answers. So it's not as much fun for me to be around people that feel that they have all the answers. I love people who want to question things. And that's all I'm doing in these videos. I'm questioning things. And, I don't mean to upset anybody, because my strawberry story shows what that fear energy does, and I think that's, it's just destructive to everybody. I know that we all feel other people's negative energy, and it impacts everyone, and that's what I saw in that car wreck. So I'm not doing anything to try to upset anybody. I'm just talking about things. If it can help anybody else, that's fine, but just know that I love you with as much as I possibly can. No matter what you believe, and I just hope maybe someday you can love me for what I believe. I make mistakes, and I'll change my beliefs as time goes, but right now I believe what I believe, and I stand, I take a strong stand in it, that there is evidence that backs up the things that I believe, and I'll continue studying and seeking truth and seeking knowledge, just as I was instructed to do.